Hello everybody, it's Scarlet Raptor, and today we're going to be looking at the Hammond collection, Giganotosaurus, and the Therizinosaurus. I ended up getting my hands on these guys a little earlier than I thought, because it turns out Target did have these in stores. It's just, they didn't put them out on shelves right away, and funny thing is, I managed to get these guys by asking the Target employees to check the back. See, the Target stock checker was showing these as in stock, but we went to 2 Targets, and they were not on the shelf, and I was like, well, I better go ask somebody, just to make sure, you know. So when I went to the second Target, I asked, hey, do you have these 2 figures? And I showed up the UPC. Always show the UPC when you're asking for this stuff, makes it easier for them to find. And the guy was like, oh yeah, let me go check in the back, and he pulled out 2 for me, the Giga and the Theri. So, just a heads up, if you haven't seen these on shelves, check the Target website. If it says they're in stock, but it won't let you, like, order them for delivery, chances are you're gonna have to go and pick them up and ask a store employee to pick them out for you. However, if you want to get the figure, investigate them before you buy them, it's best to just wait until you can see them on the shelf. But rest assured, they are heading out in stores, so for those of you who are freaking out about missing the pre-orders, don't fret. They are going to be out in stores pretty much very, very, very soon. I mean, again, I found these just in the back. I found these by asking for them to get them from the back. So, I am super excited to get into opening these guys. These have been some of my most anticipated releases for the Hammond collection. They've been my most anticipated. I've been so excited. Everyone has. These ended up being way more popular than I thought they would. I thought, given that fans acted like they didn't like Dominion, I was like, they probably didn't really care for the dinosaurs either. Well, apparently I was wrong. They loved the Giga and Theri so much that the pre-order sold out pretty much instantly. And, yeah. So, these were definitely the ones. The Giga especially, I was just praying for a Giga, because the first Giga toy we got just absolutely sucked so bad, but this one looks so much better. This is the Giga we deserved it to have when Dominion came out. It just sucks this figure didn't come out in time for Dominion, but nevertheless we have it now, and about like almost 2 years after Dominion. Gosh, it's already been so long. But nevertheless, enough talking. Let's start unboxing these lovely dinosaurs. And I think we're going to start with the Theri first, because it's the smaller figure. And we're going to save our big bad Giga for last. So, this is going to be a double review, because I didn't want to split these into 2 separate videos. I really just wanted to crack these guys open so fast and just talk about them right here, right now. So I'm doing a double review, and without further ado, let's just cut to the chase and let's open up the Therizinosaurus first. Here we can have a quick closer look at the Theri's box. So here we have the figure through a little window, and then of course the rendering on the side. I honestly kind of wish they wouldn't do the renderings on the front, instead just have it be a full window to see the rest of the figure. I thought this little rendering thing was cool, but then now I'm starting to think maybe it should have just been more window space instead of that. I don't know. Maybe there was some there's a reason they had to put them there, for a design reason. Maybe they were like, there's too much empty space. So I don't know. But here's the front. Of course, you have the side, the Theri, the really nice renderings. I love these renderings that they put on the side. It's so cool and dressed with Minion. And there's a description of the long quarter here. So here's the renderings. Other renderings of the Theri. You can see it's eye, and it's an enemy. You can also see down here the other figures in this wave. So of course we have the Giga, the Pyroraptor, Velociraptor Delta, and Claire Deering from Fallen Kingdom. So excited for that Pyroraptor. Oh, I'm so excited for that one. Let's see the little description here. Therizinosaurus. The Therizinosaurus slashes onto the scene when the Tyrannosaurus Rex and Giganotosaurus furiously face off in the Biosyn courtyard. As the Tyrannosaurus Rex makes a final push for dominance, the razor-sharp claws of the Therizinosaurus prove to be of assistance. By that I mean he fucking murders the Giga. Okay. Oh yeah. Also I noticed they have a background here. This is really nice. There's a foresty background. That is super cool. I did not notice that's like the new thing I guess they're doing. Really just adds the nice touch, but adds to the premium look of these figures. I love everything about like the graphic design of this packaging. Oh, it's just so cool. But oh god, my face is in the reflection. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and crack this big, scary scythe lizard out of the box. Alright, here is the Therizinosaurus that has been released from its plastic prison. And wow, oh my god, this thing is just absolutely gorgeous. Oh, man, I don't even know where to start. I guess we'll start with the head. The head sculpt, oh, it's so good. It looks so accurate to what we see in the movie. You can see the really pretty glass eyes there. The pupils shine through perfectly. The eyes are not quite accurate, though. It doesn't look like he's blind, which I'm not sure why they did that. Maybe they didn't want to make him look blind. I don't know. But yeah, because you remember in the movie, he has like the white cloudy eyes, and this one doesn't. But it's not too much of a gripe for me, honestly. Like, oh, boo-hoo, he doesn't have the blind eyes. It would have been cool to have, but I don't know. I just can't complain. This eye looks so cool. And you can see the dark teal color up on the eyebrow ridges and right here. It's just oh, so pretty. And then you have the yellows, the beak, and then you have the teeth, which are nice and sharp and pointy. Again, I'm really liking how they're upgrading these teeth where they can really get them to look sharp. I guess they're making them out of different material now. They have a different method of making them. So now the teeth are able to look way sharper, more detailed. Really like that. Yeah, the head sculpt is just absolutely gorgeous. The glass eyes are shining through perfectly. Again, it sucks that they couldn't look blind like it actually does in the movie, but it's whatever, I guess. The head can go all the way around, sort of. It's a little tight on that joint. It can go all the way around. Just a little tight, at least on mine. Can look up and down. Same with the neck. Go up and down all the way around. It's just a bit tight. Ugh. I wish there was a little more posability in this neck, but it's alright. Get some good posability out of it. Oh man. Let me realign his neck here. So gorgeous. Look at that, the scaling detail on the neck, and then the feathers running along his back, and you see that dark crimson red, like dry brushing. Oh, that is just so good. Oh, that is so good. I really love the feather detail. I also, speaking of the feather detail, I love that we're getting feathered dinosaurs in the Jurassic franchise now. Like, I am so glad we did, because that was on my wish list for a long time with, like, things I wanted to see in the films, and I've always wanted to see a Jurassic feathered dinosaur, you know, like Jurassic Park feathered dinosaur. And I finally got my wish with Dominion, and they did not disappoint, because the Theri just looks absolutely gorgeous, and the feathering was really well done. Of course, it's not super accurate to what we know for the Theri, because I think the Theri was, it's currently thought it was fully feathered all over, but this is still really good, though. I mean, it's feathers, and they put it, like, on all over the body, because they could have easily just, like, been like, oh, you get some on the arms or something, but no, it's everywhere, all over the body. I'm so glad we're getting feathered dinosaurs in the series now. I'm really hoping we see more of them, because, gosh, I just love them. This design is so awesome. But you can see all that gorgeous feathery detailing all over the figure. See some running down the arms, along with, like, the scales on the arms. You can see that transition there is done really nice. Again, I really love the look of the Theri. They just did it so good. Like, again, if you would have told me, like, past self me, like, years ago, like, oh yeah, we're gonna get feathered dinosaurs in Dominion, and they're gonna look like this, I would have shat my pants. I'd be like, what? No way! Because they did this design so good. It is just a wonderful dinosaur. Of course, you have the detailing on the hands here. You got that kind of dry brushing here on, like, the scales on the hands, and then of course the claws. You got some of that paint, and I guess there's some subtle scarring on the claws to indicate like where, and I really love that. Gives that additional realism to the claws. I just love that so much. And they're posable, in case you notice me playing with them. They are posable. And that is super cool. I didn't think they were going to do this with the Hammond Theri. I thought, oh, maybe it's just going to be a hand, kind of like the main line, where it's just going to be attached to the hand, you can't do anything with it. But they went the extra mile and made these claws articulated, and that really opens the door for so much more posability. I love that they did this. Look like he's pointing, like, you there. Oh, I love this so much. I guess they couldn't. Some people wanted the fingers to be posable as well, but I can kind of see why they didn't, because I mean, it would have had to been so close to this ball joint, and that would have been an engineering nightmare, I'm sure. But I love that they took the extra mile to make the claws posable. It is so awesome, and again, it makes this figure, it gives it so much more posability, much more expressions. Love it. And of course, I love the detailing on the claws. And then we move on to the legs here. If the camera will stop blurring, you have the scaling detail over the legs, and then the feet are proportionally sized. They are proper size. They are small feet. And for some reason, the dew claw is not painted. Again, Mattel likes to pick and choose which dinosaurs get dew claw paint, and I'm not really sure why, because again, the Giga had it. At least because I opened up the Giga to take a look at it, and it had the, well, like, not getting it out of the box all the way, but I'd opened it up out of, like, you know what I mean, I opened up the box and took the packaging out to say, like, oh, let's see if it has any flaws, and it had painted dew claws. But for some reason on this figure, it does not have painted dew claws on it, and that's kind of frustrating. Again, Mattel really likes to pick and choose which dinosaurs they paint the dew claws on. But yeah, this figure is just absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I love it. I love all the detail on this thing. It's just, I don't know what else to say, honestly. Like, I'm lost for words. Oh, we probably should actually go over the tail. I can't believe I forgot the tail. Specifically the articulation, because there seems to be a little bit more flexibility with the tail. There's something, I think there's something soft in here, because the tail is squishy, and of course it bends, but of course the tail is like all the others. It has a bendy wire inside, so you can bend it side to side, and which way you want it to. It feels like there's something soft maybe on the inside, because it's squishy, but I don't know, maybe I'm feeling things, because I can feel like the skeleton inside, where you, like, bend the tail, I don't know. It's squishy. But the tail is, of course, bendy wire, so it can bend any which way you want it to. It can bend up or down. Whatever you want it to do, it can do it. And I think they improved the bendiness of the tails, because this one really feels, I don't know, more satisfying to bend than the other figures. I feel like there's more posability with it. I don't know. Maybe they improved it somehow. Maybe that explains whatever it is I'm feeling on the inside here, because it seems like they improved the tails a bit, but I don't know. Maybe I'm imagining things. There's the detail on the underside, and then there's the Jurassic World emblem on the foot. Again, I really love this figure. It is so gorgeous. Oh, I think this is definitely my new favorite. The Giga is going to be a very close second. I think the Pyroraptor might take the throne when it comes out, just because I already have a bias for the Pyroraptor, but I don't know. We'll see. The Theri is just an absolutely gorgeous dinosaur. I loved its appearance in the film. It had such a nice, like, spooky scene with it where it, like, stalks Claire. It's such an awesome dinosaur. And, of course, them long Freddy Krueger nails. Some people would affectionately refer to this as the Freddy Krueger chicken. And, yeah, it definitely looks the part. Let's see if I can get him to stand here. They like to... The one downside with these smaller feet, so you gotta get them to... There we go. They like to wobble a little bit more with the smaller feet, but at least they look proportionate. But yeah, gosh, this figure looks so gorgeous. I really don't know what else to say. I'm at a loss for words. This thing looks spectacular. I love it. And Mattel really knocked it out of the park with this one. It's so amazing. I don't have the words. Again, I could be like other reviewers and be like, oh, the detailing here on the chin is just absolutely immaculate, and then we have the third. I don't know, I'm really bad at being in depth like other reviewers where they're like going over every single detail, and I'm like, well, here's the feathers, they look wonderful, then here's these and that, and yeah, I'm kind of like to the point. I want to be like, oh, here's that. But this figure's absolutely amazing. I love it. Oh, I kind of had to keep this brief too, because we're going to be looking at the Giga, and I'm sure I'll have a lot of things to say about the Giga, but man, this thing is, again, so much better than the mainline Theri we got, and I do have that figure, so I will show you I think it was like the Sound Slashing Therizinosaurus, I think that's what it was called. I'll compare that one to this one. But yeah, I think this is about to sum up my thoughts for this figure. Oh, it's so gorgeous, so amazing. I can't get over it. it's so beautiful. But nevertheless, I think this will wrap up my thoughts on the Theri. Let's get to the comparisons so that then we can talk about the big bad Giga. Here's a comparison with the mainline Jurassic World Dominion Claire figure. I bet Claire is just so thrilled to be next to this lovely creature that she had to run for her life from. Gosh, it really puts in perspective how big this figure is. Gosh, despite it being in like the, I guess you could say large size, like the T-Rex and Giga I'd consider extra large. Despite her being in that like that mid-range, she still feels so big next to Claire. Like, oh, poor Claire. I think you better get out of here before Theri decides he wants to whack you like that deer. Oh, speaking of that roar noise you just heard, the next dinosaur we're going to be comparing is the mainline Theri figure. And honestly, oh gosh, having this one next to the Hammond collection one, like, this makes the Hammond one just look so much better. Oh, like, honestly, I didn't hate this figure. This one was really cool. It's just, it wasn't movie accurate. It had the wrong colors. I do like the colors on this figure, but it's not what we see in the movie. This is what we see in the movie. And I love both of these figures, but it's clear this one is just the absolute upgrade. Like, it took what already was a good figure and just made it so much better. Also, it makes less noise, because as you just heard, where I was shuffling in my seat, and then the Theri, like, this thing, if you even gets a gentle breeze on it, it just goes roar, and it, it's very annoying. Just, I touch it, and it's just, well, now it's gonna make an ass out of me, but let's just leave you. Yeah, honestly, this again is the better figure. This one isn't bad. It's just, again, it wasn't the accurate Theri, that we should have had. Because I guess the toys were made before Dominion came out, and so there was that whole ordeal. But here you go to get an idea of what these two look like together. And again, it's clear who the better figure is. I'm sorry, mainline Giga. Stop blurring. Yeah, it really puts into perspective. It's just puts into perspective how far we've come since the Dominion toys. Just, oh yes. A wonderful upgrade to what we already had. Just, absolute improvement. And surprise, here's a comparison with a NECA 6-inch, I guess he's 6-inch, Freddy Krueger figure. Because, in theory, everyone likes to call him, the Freddy Krueger chicken. So here's an actual Freddy Krueger next to the Therizinosaurus. I'm sure these two would get along very nicely. And, you know what? We're just gonna... I gotta do this. Because his head comes off. Oh, dang it! No! No! It didn't stay on! Come on. There we go. He's passing the hat on to Theri. Because he's like, man, I tell you what, they killed me for the bazillionth time in my newest movie. So you know what? I'm done. Here, it's your turn. Go out there and be the best Freddy Krueger Chickenosaurus you can be. I'm out, bitch. Now he is the Freddy Krueger. As if the Theri wasn't already scary enough. Now he is him.
Please, God.
This is God.
Alright, so I think this pretty much wraps up my thoughts on the Theri. It's got a wonderful sculpt, an articulation, and of course I'm ending this part with this magnificent image you see on screen. I feel like, normally I'd do a 360, but I think I'll say that at the end of the video. I have to get this glorious image out there. Oh yeah. A match made in heaven, if I do say so myself. Oh yeah. The Theri is a wonderful figure. It's got so much, like, sculpting detail. It's very nice. It looks just like the one from the movie. It's also the most fun I've had posing a figure in a long time, as you can see from the shenanigans the Theri has gotten into. Oh yeah. There's no better way to end this part of the video. I know it's a little quick than most reviewers would have done. Most have been like, oh, look at the scales in the arms, very intricately detailed, and I would have, but gosh darn it, I just really want to get these, because since again there's 2 of these, I want to get them done in a reasonable amount of time, so we're not here for a crazy amount of time. Again, most viewers would be able to describe the detail of these in better detail than I could. I mean, I suck at these words, but I just kind of want to go like short, sweet, to the point. Like, oh yeah, it's an amazing figure, nothing wrong here. It's got a lot of great sculpt details, and you know, other reviewers could go probably more in depth with this than I would, but I just want to keep it simple, especially because this is a 2-in-1 kind of deal. So enough of these silly hijinks with the Theri. I think it's time to move on to the big, bad, scary Giganotosaurus. So without further ado, let's take a look at him. Alright, so now we're going to take a look at the Hammond Collection Giganotosaurus and its packaging. So not much really to write home about on this one. It's kind of the same deal with the Theri. It's got the giant rendering on the side in Hammond Collection. The whole shtick. I just cannot, I still to this day just adore the design choices they made with this packaging. You remember how I mentioned I had to take a peek at the Giga? I had to open it up. Yeah, the box will not stay closed. I had to like cut it. Of course, I didn't take it out all the way because you can see it's still stuck in there, like it's got the bands and stuff. I was just opening it up, making sure everything was good, because people apparently had a lot of quality control issues with this thing. But mine seems to be fine, which is good, because I didn't get to pick which one I got. But anyway, so here he is in the packaging. Oh god, my face! No! And, I honestly don't think I need to explain anything else. Let's go ahead and flip it to the side here. You can see that side rendering with the Dominion logo. I still love the Dominion logo. That is just so pretty. And there's that other Giga render. And then on the back we get more renders! No way! Close up of the eye, and then there's like a pose. There's that foresty background. That's back again, and I love that. Again, it really makes these figures feel so much more premium. I love that look. And then there's like some details on the bottom here. What does it have to say about the Giga? Is it going to slander it? Oh, by the way, here's the other figures you can get in the line. And there's Theri's there this time. Giganotosaurus. Carnivores collide when the Giganotosaurus takes on the Tyrannosaurus Rex in a desert... Huh? Desert... battle? Huh? Hold on, I think they... Desert? I think, guys, I don't think Biosyn was a desert. I don't know. Maybe they mean something else? I don't know. Maybe they mean something else. And the Gigasaurus emerges victorious. However... Oh, wait, no. I know what it's talking about. Never mind. It's talking about the scene in the prologue. Okay, never mind. Now I'm seeing it. I retract that statement. And the Giganotosaurus murdered Victorious. However, after 65 million years, this epic rivalry comes to a head in Biosyn Valley. This time with a different outcome. Yeah, I'm stupid. I didn't realize this was talking about the prologue because they cut the prologue out of the final cut, which still pisses me off. How they did Dominion dirty with the theatrical cut. The extended version is the better version. Please, I am begging on my hands and knees for people who have only seen the theatrical cut and think, oh, Dominion's bad. Watch the extended cut, because I've seen a lot of people who thought the movie was when they watched the theatrical cut. A lot of people will turn around and have changed their opinions, or actually it was okay, it was pretty good after watching the extended cut. I'm telling you, it makes that much of a difference. It recontextualizes a lot of things that they just kind of cut out in the theatrical cut. Oh, I can't believe they did Dominion dirty by doing that with the theatrical cut. I'm gonna stop rambling. That is an irrelevant subject, and we're gonna turn this guy back around and show him off one more time in the box before I have to tear him open for real this time. All right. So here he is. One final look in the box, and we are gonna take this big bad Giga out of its box, and we are gonna take a look at it. Oh man, I am so excited. I'm gonna go 3. I've been waiting for a Giga figure for so long, and I finally have one, because I did not buy that ugly-ass mainline one. Without further ado, let's get him out of his plastic prison, his containment. Unleash him at last. And here we have it. The Giga is out of containment. He's out of his packaging, and oh my god, this figure! Oh, I could barely even fit it in frame. It's got the big tail. Oh, this figure is so gorgeous. Oh, I cannot get enough of this thing. Oh my god, it can barely even fit in the frame. Let's try to get it in here. Oh god, he's whacking the shelf right here. Let's get a closer look at that head. Oh, you can see that gorgeous glass eye there. Oh yes, it's nice, crisp, and clear. You can see the pupil in there nicely. Look at that head sculpt. Oh, that head sculpt is... Oh, looks like they pulled him straight from the film. Oh my god, the details. Oh man, all the scales and the paintwork and the teeth are just so nice and sharp and pointy. And we can open the mouth here, see more of those lovely sharp chompers. And it looks like they changed how the jaw articulation is, I think. Because, it's not like the Rex where it's it's snappy, but they don't both snap at the same time, if that makes any sense. When you open the Rex's mouth, both the upper and lower jaw open at the same time, but it looks like on the Giga, at least with mine, they don't do that at the same time. You have to pry them open. The tongue here, I think they also fixed the tongue articulation. Now it's more snappy, which is interesting. You hear it click over here. That's really nice. You got the nice rubbery material in between the mouth. A lot of people bickered about this with the T-Rex, but I really like the rubber. It just adds that additional real feel. It just makes it feel real, real feel. I love it. And the teeth are nice and rubbery. I like what they're doing with the teeth now, where they're making them rubbery. And I think it allows them to really get those details in, make them sharper than they were before. Oh, such a gorgeous figure. You can see all this brilliant paintwork here on the face. Oh, and then going on over here on the top. You can see the little hints of brown dry brushing here. I don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but there's the hints of brown. There's all the stripes that are painted. There's more brown highlights. It's just, oh, the paint job is so good. A nice scaling detail. You got all those scutes running down his back, and there's his big spine here. Oh my gosh, and then running down, the spikes keep going all the way to the tail, and look at that, the paint goes farther down the tail. You guys can't whine at Mattel for that, because they did it. You can always see these various little splashes of brown, and then going to the underside, he's got that light color. My one gripe with this is that on this figure, okay, I guess it's on both sides of the arm, the tan color is on this part, and I don't really like that. I wish it was more underneath the arm, so it was under his underside. instead of like on the top. I don't know why they did that, but whatever. See all those scales on the bottom, very finely detailed. Oh, there's his foot. Good look at his foot. Oh, I'm trying to like get this guy rotated around because he's just so huge. Oh gosh. And here we can see the other side of the face. The eye just really shines on this side of the face. Oh yeah. Oh, it just looks so good. I'm so glad Mattel's doing the glass eye thing. It really just, it makes these figures feel so much more premium. Oh, I love it. Like, it is amazing how we finally have a Giga that looks like how it does in the film. Like, y'all remember the mainline Giga? That one was just absolutely horrible. Not even just because of the sculpt, but because, like, the action features sucked. I didn't buy it mostly for that reason, because, like, you couldn't stand it in a straightforward pose. It just, like, flopped around, and it was just really bad. Close his mouth here. Oh, it looks so good. The paintwork on this thing. And of course, he has, like, the super long tail. I think this is definitely longer than the Rex's tail, because, like, I was doing a little comparison with Rexy a minute ago, and this thing definitely has a longer tail. I guess, again, it's for the small feet. I guess this is how they got the small feet to work, so they added all this weight in the back of the tail to support it. I'm glad that they seem to have figured that out. But the tail's in two segments. It's in one here, kind of like the Rex, almost, where it's like one segment and then like the bendy part. It seems like they're doing the same kind of technique with the Theri a little bit. Emphasis on a little bit, because I can feel something stiff in here, like the kind of structure in here. It's squishy, but not as squishy as the Theri's tail. But that heftiness on the tail is what allows it to give it that balance, and I'm glad they seem to have figured that out. Because now we can have normal size feet on our dinosaurs. And of course, here's the leg detail. Love the sculpts. Oh, it's just so beautiful. There's his feet, which are normal size. And look at that. They painted the dew claw. Which I find it weird they didn't paint the Theri's dew claw, but they painted this one. I'm not really sure why that creative decision was made, but the Giga has a painted dew claw, which is something like Mattel usually ignores. I noticed on the Rex they actually have a painted dew claw. So I guess they just pick and choose what dinosaurs they paint the dew claws. I don't know why they do that, but of course here's the hands of the Giga. Oh, it just looks so good. Everything about this sculpt, I am just in love. And of course, you get the articulation. You know, it's on a ball joint, so it's going to swivel everywhere, every which way. I don't want to have to try and demonstrate every single joint just because this figure is so big, it's barely even fitting in my camera. The leg articulation, I assume, is probably the same as the Theri, where it snaps. Oh, yeah. It's a little snappier. I actually like this. I think it does kind of probably limit the posability a little bit, but I mean, I'd rather him be able to, stand and not, fall over. Because I think there was a problem with that with the Rexy, where its legs were kind of loose. Not on mine, but I'm sure some people have had that problem. Leg joints, a little stiff on this one too, but it works. One thing I noticed the Giga does not have that the Rexy did have is like the double knee joint. You'll see it when we compare the Rexy. It kind of sucks because I feel like it does limit the posability just a little bit compared to the Rex. But aside from that, let's see if I can get Giga to not fall on his butt. I feel like maybe I just suck at posing these guys. That's why they keep falling on their butt. Aside from that, this figure is gorgeous. Let me bend this tail so I can fit him into frame. Of course, the tail bends. It's so satisfying to bend this tail. I hope he doesn't fall over. Yeah, there we go. So satisfying to bend that tail. Oh, this figure is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And I love this dinosaur's design. Unpopular opinion also, at least with the paleontology side of the dinosaur community, whatever. The paleo nerds, they hate this design. They're like, ew, it's a crocosaurus, and the crocodilian scutes and the spikes and the wah, wah, wah. I don't want to hear it. This thing is a good design. Like, stop whining. This is cool. I'm sorry, even as someone who, like, loves paleontology, I can't help but love this thing because it's so cool. I'm sorry, I love it. Oh, it's a crocosaurus. I don't care. It's cool. I can't hate it. I mean, I never hated this thing. I always loved this thing's design. It's just super duper cool. Ah, they did this figure so much justice. With this one, like, they did the Giga so much justice here. Because, oh man, the original mainline figure did not capture all those details. It just did not do the Giga justice at all. But this figure really makes it look, just so awesome. Much better than the mainline one we got. Oh yeah. I love everything about this. Oh, the teeth. I also forgot to mention there's like a wash on the teeth. It doesn't show on this side very much. But on the other side, if it doesn't hit the light. There we go. Look at that wash on the teeth. I know they did this with Rexy too, but I feel like it's really noticeable here. Like, it's more finely painted on here. I guess because of the different material they're using for the teeth this time around, but it's just so gorgeous. Look at that glass eye. That looks so wicked. Oh, this figure really did the Giga justice. Again, like, this looks like they pulled it straight out of the film. Oh, it looks like they pulled it straight out of the Jurassic World film. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I also loved the Giga in Dominion. How he was, like, just kind of chilling doing dinosaur things. Sucks that he had to die. Rest in peace, Giga. I'm sorry. Watch out, the Theri might come over and try to stab you. Oh god, he's gonna fall over. There we go. Oh man. Guys, this one is amazing. I think this one is definitely... Oh, I don't think it's my favorite. I think that's the Theri's my favorite. This one is definitely a close second. God. Oh, I love it. All the details and the articulation. Of course, one thing it is missing that the Rex had was like the little split here where it could articulate the front body. I can see why they didn't add that though. I'm actually kind of glad they didn't, because I feel like it would have messed up these spines here. I feel like this would have been an engineering nightmare to get working properly. I mean, we all know how bad it looked on the mainline Giga, so I think I can see why they didn't do it here. I mean, the mainline Giga didn't really even have articulation. It was just like the floppy action where it was just going like like side to side, and it was like it can't stand properly, like sit straight. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. But I honestly don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, I'm already just so in love with this figure. I don't think not having that split here, I don't think it bothers me, really. Because I'm already just so in love with this thing. It is so beautiful. Oh, like, I could probably already get a pretty decent amount of posability out of this thing already. Like, oh, this is definitely, like, the definitive Giga figure. Like, I am so glad. I mean, I do not have the mainline Giga, so unfortunately with the comparisons, I won't be able to show it like I did with the mainline Theri. But I'm glad I didn't waste my money, because this is the definitive Giga. Like, I remember seeing the mainline Giga figure, and I was so disappointed. I was like, man, this thing is ugly as hell. And I hate the action feature, because you can't get it to... It's, like, lopsided all the time. And it just looks ugly, and you can't really pose it. But this... Oh, I am so glad. I knew they were going to make a Hammond collection Giga. I knew it was only a matter of time. It was just, it was just a matter of when they would do it, and I guess this year was the year. Again, I really wish we would have gotten this one sooner, but I guess they wanted to test the waters with the Hammond collection first, get some small stuff out first before they head to the big guys. And, good things come to those who wait, guys. And I waited, and I waited, and I got this Giga, and oh, I'm so glad. I am so glad. This thing is just so drop-dead gorgeous. I cannot find the words to explain, like, just how amazing this looks. All the scutes and everything, and the brown dry brushing. This is a premium figure, and I got this one on sale too. Like, I think even at the price it retails for, like $50, this is a steal. I got this for $34, I think. And that's because it was on sale. I also got the Theri for cheaper because he was on sale. I got him for $27, which again, the Theri for $34 is a steal with how much detail you're getting in these guys. Like, this is why I'm so grateful we have the Hammond collection, because it's giving us these absolutely amazing figures for an affordable price. Like, I don't have to break the bank completely to get one of these. Like, oh, I love it. I love this figure so much. And I love how he doesn't have the clown feet. I'm loving that we're getting the smaller feet. That was my one gripe with all the older releases, was the stupid feet. I didn't like that, but so glad this is becoming the norm on all the figures. that we're getting now. I honestly don't know if I have anything else to say, because I think this figure just speaks for itself. I mean, honestly. And of course, I could be like other viewers and be like, oh, here we have all these little scales down here on the mouth, and running up here, and the this and the that and the this and the that, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm very straight to the point when it comes to my figure reviews. I just like, I don't know. I find it kind of like boring to sit here and be like, oh, this scoot over here is so wonderful. I just want to gush and ramble. I don't know. I just point out the stuff I find super interesting. I know I'm not the best at this, but whatever. I'm not trying to be the best. I'm just trying to be, fun. But all the scoots, so pretty. I love all the detail. Mattel's always just knocked their sculpts out of the park. This one is definitely gorgeous. Again, it really looks like they just pulled that model out from the film, and it would not surprise me if they did have the model, because from what I'm understanding, they also had the ILM models, from what I've heard, from like Theri and Giga. I don't think it was actually revealed, but given that they had the ILM model for Blue, it would not surprise me if they also had the models for Giga and Theri. It would make sense. Because this looks like it was pulled straight from the film. I cannot get over it. I'm gushing. I'm just in love with this thing. Oh, yeah. I think we can stop rambling about this thing for now. I think it speaks for itself. Let's get some comparisons in with the other figures, and I'll bring in a little Rexy Poo here for comparison too, just so you can get an idea of how he looks next to Rexy. So let's get into those comparisons. And here is a comparison with the Hammond Collection Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh man, these two look so great together. Rexy, I still love the Rexy figure so much. This thing is still just so awesome. Seeing these two side by side is just really, it's just so awesome. My only wish for Rexy is that she had the sharper teeth like the Giga. Although for me, it never really bothered me all that much. I know some people would throw a fit about it, but I personally never hated it that much. I do think Rexy could benefit, because I think these are like hard plastic teeth. I think Rexy could benefit a lot from having these sharper rubbery teeth like the Giga. I would prefer to see that on Rexy. I doubt we'll be seeing another Rex in this line in the future, but if they do, I hope they change some of the stuff like the bigger feet and of course the teeth. That's really my only gripe with this figure. Other than that though, the Rex looks gorgeous, so does the Giga. They look great next to each other. I don't think I can show you how the length of their tails. I just know that Rexy's tail is a little shorter than the Giga's. You can kind of tell looking at them. The Rexy's tail is a little shorter, but not by a lot. It's kind of like the Raptors, like the Hammond Collection Blue and the Raptors, where it's like Blue tail's slightly longer, but that is probably because the Giga needs it so it's more stable, and Rexy has, of course, bigger feet, so. But I kind of hope they revisit the T-Rex someday. I don't know if they will anytime soon. I honestly would rather them get to the other big dinosaurs we have left, like the Indominus and the Spinosaurus. I'm sure that's a very highly requested one. But I'd rather them get at least most of the dinosaurs we don't have yet before they start reworking the older ones. I don't know if they ever will, but who knows. Seeing how popular Rexy was, maybe they'll do another run of it. Who knows. But yeah, here they are together. They look awesome next to each other, and I love it. But yeah, there they are together. Let's hope they don't tear each other's throats out. And here is the Hammond Collection Therizinosaurus next to the Giga. Both of the figures featured in this video. Gosh, I cannot get over how awesome Therizinosaurus is. Both of these figures are honestly just so awesome. The Theri is just so gorgeous. Giga is too, and God, Mattel really has just upped their game with these figures. I mean, I already was a hardcore enjoyer of the Hammond Collection. The Raptors were really only the ones I had a little criticism with. It was mostly the feet of the Raptors, but they have been doing really good with their bigger size releases. And it just seems like they, now that they have the actual models from the film, seems like they're getting a little better with their sculpts. Again, I'm someone who never really hated the sculpts on the previous releases, like the T-Rex. A lot of people seem to have beef with that one, and I'm like, it looks just like the movie. What are you talking about? But some fans would say, no, they're bad because of this. But I don't think that. I think all the figures we've gotten have had really good sculpts. But these recent ones have definitely, like, there is a change in quality, I think. In terms of, I think it's mostly like the slight changes, like the glass eyes, the teeth. I think the glass eyes alone just make it look so much better. The teeth, the feet. It's just, man, I am so excited for what other figures. I mean, if the Giga looks this good, I can't imagine how the Spinosaurus is going to look whenever we inevitably get that one. It's inevitable that we're going to get a Spinosaurus. Honestly, people will keep begging Mattel, like, what? Like, every time we get a figure that isn't the Spino, they're like, where's the Spino? Where's the Spino? I'm like, chill out. They'll get the Spinosaurus eventually. They know everybody wants it. They just gotta get some of these other ones first before they get the Spino. I'd honestly rather we get an Indominus first than a Spino, because, I mean, I don't know. I just really want to see their take on the Indominus Rex, especially because they're releasing the Raptor pack. I think they're going to get through all these Jurassic World ones first, and then we're going to start seeing Spino and maybe some other Jurassic Park critters. We don't have a lot left, honestly, from the Jurassic Park films, aside from the Spinosaurus. I don't think there's any other ones we're missing. I don't know. But I know for the World movies, they got a lot of dinosaurs they got to cover. But nevertheless, enough rambling. Here's these two together. They look so awesome. I love both of these figures. They're definitely my favorites in the line so far. I'm sure the Pyroraptor is going to climb up there to be my favorite for obvious reasons. I have a bias toward the Pyroraptor, but gosh, these guys are just so good. I love them. And it makes me excited to see what the future holds for these figures. Yeah, here they are together. And last but not least, here's a comparison with the Dominion, Ian Malcolm, and the two little locusts it came with, because I figured it'd be fitting to add the locusts. Yeah, unpopular opinion, I didn't mind the locusts in the movie. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate just for saying that, but I don't know. This is not the time for me to be discussing my thoughts on Dominion, but here they are. Of course, I included the little taser stick that Ian Malcolm used against the Giga. I should probably also clarify these little stands that these figures have. They don't come with them. I ended up buying them on Amazon because I had a problem where a lot of my human figures kept falling over. So I got these like clear stands to ensure that they wouldn't fall over on my shelf. But here's the Dominion Ian Malcolm. It came with like a Velociraptor. And of course he's got the tasing stick because I don't have a fire stick to use. So he's just got the taser stick. But yeah, I feel like this was obligatory. It's the scene where he's like, hey, get over here, and he's just like, Rrr! And then he throws this fire stick and he breathes fire, although this is not fire, this is electric, so just like zap his tongue. Rrr! That hurt. And then locust time. Locust on his head. No, I can't, I don't think I can sit on his head. No, it's a perfect slip. Wait, there we go. Locust on his head. Oh no, locust attack! Oh boy, everyone's favorite locusts. They're attacking the Giga. Oh man. Yeah, here you go. The last one for the comparison. Now we can do the 360 view for realsies of each of them, if I can get the Giga too, because he's so gosh darn big. Alright, I think this about does it. Let's start wrapping this up, shall we? In conclusion, the Giganotosaurus and the Therizinosaurus are two absolutely wonderful additions to the Hammond collection. Oh gosh, I just can't stop singing my praises for these two. These are definitely some of the most well-received figures of the lineup. The last time a figure got this much praise, it was the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Of course, I think it's because everybody loves a T-Rex, but over time, a certain British man that I've mentioned before, whose name starts with the letter M, and he's a very angry person who hates on almost every single release except for Giga and Theri as of recent. He started criticizing the T-Rex, and then all of a sudden everyone decided, actually, no, this figure's not cool anymore. So, yeah, for the longest time, though, the T-Rex was the most praised release in the line, until, again, that certain angry British man name starts with letter M, until he started being like, no, actually, it's overrated, it's hated, the sculpt is super duper bad because its chin is a millimeter too long. I need to save those criticisms, though, for when I start reviewing the old figures, which will include the T-Rex. I do plan on doing a video where I review all of the older figures. It's going to be a long one, though, so buckle in for that. But, again, the T-Rex was the last figure that got the most praise, so I think now that throne has been taken by the Giga and Theri. Justifiably so, honestly. I mean, the Rex, don't get me wrong, was an amazing figure. I still love it to this day. But the Giga and Theri are also super duper amazing. Like, the glass eyes look perfect. The teeth. I love the method in which they've made the teeth now. It allows for much sharper looking chompers and really just gives that extra accuracy. And the smaller feet, of course, really upped these figures, you know, up the realism on these figures, makes them look more proportionate. These are definitely my new favorite releases in the line. They are so wonderful. I love both of them. So excited to see what's next for the bigger figures. I'm sure we're probably going to be getting like an Indominus Rex soon, but who knows what else we're going to get aside from the Indominus, like in the medium-sized range. What could we get? I'd love to see a Stegosaurus or an Allosaurus. An Allosaurus would be so awesome. I hope we get that one soon. An Allosaurus in the Hammond collection line. Oh, that would be so awesome. But yeah, I think that's gonna about do it for me. I think I've done enough gushing over these figures. One thing I would like to say though is, don't give in to the scalpers. I have seen some people who were not very smart and decided to buy from scalpers because, you know, people are just so impatient. They gotta have it now. And I'm like, no. Literally, if you just wait a couple of weeks, or not even that, maybe a week or so, they will come back in stock. Don't buy into the FOMO that the scalpers want you to buy into. Because these figures aren't, like, it's not like they're going to disappear after the pre-order run, no. These guys are usually on shelves for about a couple months, and then from there, they usually go on, like, Amazon, and they stay there for a while. Trust me, buying from scalpers is a stupid move. I saw a lot of people do that recently, and I'm just here to say, don't do it. Please don't do it. You're encouraging scalpers, I mean, seriously, it is a stupid idea. You're encouraging scalpers to keep doing what they're doing, and you're also going to be a complete and utter fool. You're going to make a fool of yourself when you go to Target and you see those figures and their retail price. Not even that, because I got mine on sale. My Theri was like $27 and the Giga was $37. I got mine for cheaper than retail. So it was actually a good thing I didn't buy the pre-orders, because I ended up getting mine for cheaper than if I had kept my Giga pre-order. I think I had the Giga on pre-order. I remember saying I canceled it. But I'm glad I canceled it, because I ended up getting the figures for a massive deal. And yeah, so do not buy into FOMO when it comes to these figures. Please don't, guys. I know it's so tempting to do it because you want to be like everybody else and have the cool, hot new dinosaur, but give it time. They'll come in stock very soon. Mattel's been getting better at their distribution with these figures, so they will come back in stock. Don't you worry. They are coming back. Don't worry about it. Don't buy into the FOMO, because that's what the scalpers want you to do. Because they're probably charging like way more than retail price. It is not worth it. Get them at retail price, because you'll save yourself a lot of money, and it's just a deal for what you're getting here. I just feel like I needed to point that out, because apparently that was a big problem when the Giga and Theri were first rolling out. People were, of course, being impatient and buying from scalpers, and I'm just like, don't make that dumb decision. Like, for one, you're encouraging scalpers, and you do not want to do that. But for two, like, you're going to end up making a really dumb decision for yourself. You're going to make a fool of yourself when you see the figures on the shelves for cheap. Or, like, again, like on sale, because it hadn't even been a week since these figures came out, and they were already on sale. So, just a PSA, because apparently these two figures have been nabbed by the scalpers, which surprised me, because, I thought these figures weren't going to be that popular with Jurassic fans, but I was wrong. Very, very wrong. The Giga was a very highly requested figure, so maybe I shouldn't be surprised. But either way, that's gonna do it for me, I think. I'm definitely gonna be reviewing the Delta and the Pyroraptor when they come out, maybe even Hammond Collection Claire too, just for funsies, even though the humans are usually the more boring ones to talk about, in my opinion. It's just, oh, this is a human figure, wowee. But it might be a while before I can record another video, though, because getting this video done was a pain. Like, just because I had to deal with storage issues. I think you remember in my other blue video, the video kept cutting out due to storage issues, and yeah, I'm recording this on my phone, and my phone is just being really annoying. I'm hoping I can get, like, a cam recorder, like, video camera or something, so I don't have to worry about that. Enough irrelevant rambling aside, this was a fun one. I'm hoping maybe I can review some other non-Hammond Collection stuff, if you're interested in that. I'm just starting with Hammond Collection, because I just love these figures so much. But, we'll see. We'll see. But that's gonna do it for me, for now. Thank you all for tuning in this video, and I hope you like it. If you liked it, feel free to like, and please subscribe. I'd appreciate that. I really hope, and please give me feedback on these videos. If you like them, please let me know. Because I want to know if any ways I can make these better, because these are fun to make, even despite some of the frustrations I've had. I should probably stop rambling, because it's going to jack up the video runtime, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this sort of in-depth look at the Hammond Collection Giga and Theri. I hope you enjoyed my shenanigans along the way, and take care, guys, and bye-bye.